Recently, I've had the opportunity to go out to the Frontenac Outfitters Canoe&Kayak Center to talk to their staff about buying a new kayak. As you know, I'm in the market for a new one, and the guys out there really know their stuff. I went out there and filmed a bunch of reviews and test paddled a bunch of new kayaks, so keep watching for the review. Brand new this year is the Jackson Yupik. If you're somebody who uses gear tracks to mount a lot of accessories or just really needs a ton of customization, this kayak is a blank slate for you to paint whatever you want on it. It is fully adjustable in almost every way. So we'll start at the back and then we'll move up, as with all the other videos, to the bow of the boat. So starting at the back, like some of the other Jackson kayaks you've seen, we've got a really nice molded handle for toting this thing around. In addition, you've got a molded slot here for you to mount your power pole. And with the Yupik, you've got a really nice pad here for you to stick your battery, and really nice sturdy eyelets for a strap to secure it. Of course, you've got all these gears all along the boat. You've got two here on the tank well, and in addition to the gear track, there's a little slot here. You can fit a strap down there, put a bungee. If you've got a kayak crate or a bag or something you want to keep secure in here, you put it there, loop your strap over, it goes right around the gear track. You're good to go. One of the real main selling points is this one gear track here, and of course on the other side as well. It goes from the back all the way to the front of the boat. This is one gear track. It's not two or three separated into small pieces. This is one big gear track. So coming forward, you're going to see on either side of the boat, you've got these nice pads for hook staging. You're changing lures in and out quickly. You don't want to throw them back in your tackle box. You can stick the hook in there. It's going to be good to go. Of course, you can see here all this molded in slots for tackle storage or whatever storage you want. Really, there's so many options for storage and just customization, everything you want out of this boat. And that's on both of the gunnels. So we're going to get to the seat here. If you notice, there's a gear track right down the center of the boat, and that's to adjust the seat. You can put this anywhere almost that you want on this boat. All you have to do, unscrew that. It goes all the way to the tank well and all the way up. You can put the seat wherever you want. Really cool feature. Just so much customization. Whoops, my knob came off with my washer. You see here, this is Jackson's redesigned high-low seat. In addition to being able to move the whole platform forward and backwards, it also comes with a tray that the seat sits on. So whatever tackle you're storing under here is going to come with you. In addition to the ease of adjustments, underneath here on the tray, you've also got these bungees to secure anything that you don't want moving around. Lots of storage space underneath here. So this high-low seat is really easy to manage. Instead of having the cotter pins, it's just these little clips. They pop out, and you can put your seat into the higher position. You just put those up, tighten the screws down, and you're secured. Coming forward, of course, some more molded tackle storage or storage for whatever you want. But you can also use the rails as strapping systems. If there's something you need to strap down, you coming forward, there's little slots here. You can put straps right across. The footrests, of course, are fully adjustable all along the side, the gunnel tracks, however you want them. You just unscrew and move forward and backwards. And we've got scupper holes that are fully intended for use with fish finder transducers. Transducer scuppers right here. Big enough to fit most transducers. You won't have any problems with that. So coming forward, of course, you'll see all along the deck of this boat is nice padded decking. If you're walking around and it's blazing hot outside, the deck's heating up, you're not going to burn your feet on the deck. But also, it helps to keep the noise to a minimum while you're trying to adjust your tackle. If you drop something or while you're walking around, it's not going to spook the fish that are around you as much. Like all Jackson kayaks that I've seen so far, we've got a stand assist strap right here, mount right here. So if you're having trouble getting up, grab that strap and you can pull yourself up really nice. Coming forward into the bow, there's no in-hull access, but this bow is nice and sloped You can put whatever bag you want here, and then you can use the eyelets here and the rail mounts to strap. Of course, we've got rail mounts at the front too for all your fishing accessories. Coming up here, this is a paddle strap. Really nice feature. So whatever you're doing on your Jackson kayak, you need to put your paddle down. You can just slip this bad boy right in there like that. And that paddle's not going anywhere. One thing you might have noticed is that there's no paddle holder on the side for this one. So something to note if that's something you really like. But with the addition of the front paddle strap, makes up for it. You slip your paddle in here, it's not gonna go anywhere. And of course, there's a nice pad here to protect the bow of your boat and your paddle from any damage or scratches. And at the front, you've got another nice, really nice sturdy molded handle.
When you get into a long boat,
it handles a lot like the Liska, from what I can tell. One thing is, because the seat is so adjustable, right now I have it a little further back, I think, than I would if I were actually going to be in it for a long period of time. Because even just sitting here right now, I don't know if you can see back there, but there's a lot of weight in the back, and then the bow of the boat's coming up pretty good. And right now, I've got the seat in the high position. I feel very high. I feel like it's really high. Still very stable though. Like I don't feel like, I'm not afraid that I'm gonna tip over and end up in the water. But it feels a lot higher than the high-low seat in the Liska. Very nice to paddle. I don't have my fishing rods or anything with me because the Yupik doesn't have any flush mount rod holders, since it has all this customization with rails basically everywhere, taking up every almost inch on the gunnels of the boat. Still fairly easy to paddle. I feel like I'm getting a pretty decent speed out of not a lot of effort. Tracks very well. I've had to make a couple of corrections on my paddling, but that's probably because I'm a little bit higher than I'm used to, and maybe I don't have my bending branches paddle here adjusted quite perfectly. So I'm just gonna have a stand and see how this goes. Put my paddle up there. So this feels a little bit more stable than the Liska in terms of how wide the boat is and the stuff on it. Because the Yupik has basically nothing in it, there's just room everywhere. So the wind is blowing me into the shore, so I'm just gonna paddle back out a little bit, and then I'm gonna adjust the seat down a little. We'll see how that does. So far in any of these Jackson kayaks that I've reviewed in any of my other videos, I haven't had the stand assist strap attached, and I've had zero trouble standing, like getting up out of the seat to the standing position in any of these kayaks. So that's really nice. Stuff that in there. I'm gonna go down, mess around here a little bit. So these guys just come down like that, pull the seat out, slide it back in, and boom, Bob's your uncle. Easy to change seat height on the fly. Now, of course, my foot pegs are a little too close, but that's okay. I don't even really need them. This decking is really nice. So while I've got my water shoes on, my very stylish water shoes, it's not, like the deck of the boat is not hot at all. I can touch it. We're 25 degrees here Celsius. So while the plastic is a little warm, the padding that they have here is actually quite cool to the touch. And that's really nice. And of course the sound dampening, like just to give you an example of how much of a difference it makes. This is the paddle on the hull of the boat. So that's, the fish can hear that from a mile away. And now the paddle on the deck. Like it's barely noticeable. So that's a huge plus. Jackson really put a lot of thought into the different features that they put on these kayaks. Sorry? It does. All of them have tracked really well so far. And I'm not like the most experienced paddler either. So for somebody of my ability and it still tracks that well, it's impressive.
Yeah, it looked like you were making any effort to stay straight.
So that's the Jackson Yupik.